And even longer ago than that, years before the man called Smith had lived here alone, having an existential crisis, Smith's best friend, Ralph, had lived here with him. And so, for a very short while, over 12 years ago, back in 1996, when Oasis was the most famous band in the country and football was, supposedly, coming home, when she was a child of only 27, had Jem. Jem can feel it, even now, as she stands on the pavement, peering through the window at strangers' mushroom walls. She can still feel the electric jolt of sudden promise, the thrill of new beginnings. She feels it for just a moment, and then it passes, because for some strange reason, things have not worked out how she thought they might during those long-ago days. And now it's just a dull echo of a moment in her life when fate, chance, and destiny all came together and took her somewhere quite remarkable. She sighs sadly and pushes her hair behind her ears. Then she looks up, her attention taken by the clatter of a sash window being pushed open, and then a loud male voice. "Intercom's broken." A small, shiny object leaves his hand and hurtles toward her, catching the light as it falls, landing on the pavement within an inch of her toes. "Let yourself in." The large hands slide the noisy window back into place. Jem tuts and picks up the keys. She climbs the front steps and prepares herself, mentally, for the next half hour of her life. She picks her way through the debris of Carl's life, forgotten T-shirts, a broken guitar, a shopping bag full of recycling, and, oh God, a pair of underpants. She finds him on the sofa, eating a ham sandwich and watching an old episode of Murder, She Wrote. "I thought you said you needed bread," she says, waving the loaf of Warburton's malted she took for him from her own kitchen cupboard that very morning. "I do," he says. "That's the end of it. Had to scrape some spores off it, make it, edible." He takes the fresh loaf from her and smiles, gratefully. "Thanks, Miss Duck." "You're welcome," says Jen, lowering herself into the very farthest edge of a grubby yellow armchair. "What happened to the cleaner?" she asks, looking around the room. Carl smiles, his catch-all, "forgive me for I know not what I do, but oh, I am lovely, aren't I?" smile. It is a good smile, a smile that has seen him through a 10-year career in B-list television presenting, but not quite a good enough smile to stop his killing that career stone dead after a terrible episode in the Australian jungle last autumn, in front of 6 million viewers. "I kept forgetting to pay her," he replies in his smooth Irish croon. He shrugs. "Who can blame her?" "How have you been?" Jem squints slightly as she asks the question, almost not wanting him to answer it. Carl rearranges his large form on the sofa so that he's facing her. "Oh, the parties, the premieres, the hot dates. It never ends." He looks old. Not a line on his face, not for a man of 47, but his face looks dead, as if someone has taken a sheet of sandpaper to him and scoured away all the gloss, all the glitter. "It doesn't have to be like this, she says, opening up the manila folder. "Everyone's ready to forget." "What you got in there?" he asks, eyeing the folder skeptically. "Well, it's not money, that's for sure." He winks. "Maybe I need a new agent," he jokes. Jem sighs. Jen is Carl's agent, and Carl's joke, this is not the first time he has made it, is not funny anymore. She takes out a letter that arrived this morning, printed on sky blue paper. It is confirmation of a phone call that she had last week with a production company that is filming a series of interviews with